What's up, peeps? Big Hurt, TJ here at Boxing University, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming fight between Bradley and Pacquiao 3. So I've been doing a little bit of research. I feel a couple ways about it. Just from the fighter standpoint, I feel like this is going to be the third loss for Bradley.
Yeah.
In this trifecta ass whoopings that he's gotten from Pacquiao. Although the first one he got the win, so on paper he got it,
which was stolen.
I don't know. I watched the fight. I mean, I could see how a judge could say that he won the fight. I could see. I mean, because going round for round, you could see how. I mean, it wasn't like it was a trouncing like the second fight was.
Yeah.
So then the second fight happened. He lost it. And now we got the third fight coming up this weekend, the 9th.
Which
April
is
9th.
more than likely going to be an even worse loss.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a worse loss. But the thing that I think is interesting about this fight is that, and I was doing some research about it, like I said, these guys have got 24 rounds between the two of them right now.
Yeah.
So they know each other pretty well. So take, for instance, that whole thing that Pacquiao does. So Pacquiao has this thing where he will, he'll be moving back and forth, and he does this thing where he'll slip, and he's gotten everybody with it. He even got Mayweather with it a couple times, where when he goes to slip this way, he goes to slip, and then he throws that straight left. And he just throw it right at the pipe. And then when you go to hit him back, obviously he'll roll out, and then he's not there anymore. Yeah. And he was, he hit De La Hoya with it plenty of times where De La Hoya was just like, I'm done with this. This dude's just putting work in. I mean, everybody he's fought. I mean, I don't think he knocked out Ricky Hatton with it, but
he just beat the hell out.
He just beat the hell out of him with it. And like I say, he got Mayweather with it a couple times. But I mean, it's one of those kind of punches that will, not the punch that will lull you to sleep, but it's the movement. It's that he's constantly moving like that. So you're like, is this going to be a time? Imagine waiting for that punch to come for 12 rounds. Because you know it's going to come, right? You know it's going to come. I mean, it's just like that straight left from Mayweather. You know when you see him turn that foot and he's got his head back like this, you know he's getting ready to throw that straight. He's just waiting for you to throw that jab so he can come over with that straight. And that's just Mayweather for you. So, and it's kind of the same thing. So, but again, like I said, these guys got 24 rounds between the two of them. They know each other pretty well now. What's going to make the difference in this fight is going to be the trainers. So you've got Freddie Roach,
which is an awesome trainer.
Right. I mean, Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And then you got Teddy Atlas, who is also up there with the Freddie Roach. So now you're going to have trainers and styles is what's going to make this fight. Not so much the fighters anymore, I think. So you've got a motivator in a Teddy Atlas. And he's pretty, I think from my understanding, Teddy Atlas is pretty honest with you. He's going to tell you what it is.
Yeah. Not like Ronda Rousey's corner.
Right. Yeah, not Ronda Rousey's corner. Yeah, he can lie to you. But and then you've got Freddie Roach, who is kind of different from what I can see is a different type of communicator, and like he's not like a motivator, like pumping you up. Like Teddy Atlas is like, let's go. It's what do you call them? We're firefighters or something like that. He's like, we're firefighters. You ready for fire or whatever? And just like he'll get you pumped up, which might be bad for Bradley, because Bradley is like, especially in the later rounds, Bradley is not one of those fighters who's going to be there and still mobile like a Pacquiao's going to be.
Yeah.
He's going to be tired. He's bigger. All that blood's getting used up. You know what I mean? After a while, he's just going to be tired. He's going to be winded. He's going to slow down. And then Pacquiao going to start putting hands.
And, and that's that's another thing that people don't understand. People think that, these muscular people get into the ring and they go, that dude's going to win. But if you look at people like Bob Sapp, he was fighting MMA in Japan. The dude's a monster. I think he's like 300 and something pounds. The dude's big. but he fights Marco Krokop, who's, I want to say,
These are the twos, like mid
he was
twos.
like two. He was like maybe 230 or maybe 205 or something like that. It was some. It was one.
It was a
weird,
real big.
It was one of those real big difference in weight, and
Right.
it was one of those awkward fights that they do in Japan. And you would think Bob Sapp would win, but he didn't. he actually crumpled. He crumbled under the pressure of a leg kick, and he just fell over. So it's just like, you know, the thing with people like Bob Sapp is if he doesn't get you in the first round, you're done. So it's kind of like the same thing with like
Could be the same thing with Bradley.
Because you have so
All
much
that muscle.
muscle, you have to move it, which takes more energy
Exactly.
to move it. So, okay, you can go. I mean, somebody like Timothy Bradley, who's used to training, can go 5-6 rounds probably without a hitch.
Right.
But once you get into, 8, 9,
In those championship
10,
rounds.
just keeping your arms up
Yeah.
for 10 minutes, it weighs on you.
Getting them hands back to your face.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Keep-
doing
keeping
this
that movement
and coming
going.
back
Yeah.
for 9, 10, 11 rounds. This here
Oh, yeah.
is gonna be like, put me down.
Exactly. Please knock me out. Yeah.
So when you got those big muscles, you're gonna tire
It's not
out.
like he's talking about me right now. Like, are you telling me?
No. I'm trying to get your shoulder muscle. So that's why you'll never see, Jay Cutler in a boxing ring.
Right.
Because, okay, he's big as hell, but with all that muscle, not only does it take away from your punching power having all
Right.
that muscle,
And speed.
yeah, and speed, but you won't be able to go 3 rounds if you're a Jay Cutler
Yeah.
trying to go punch.
Your longevity is going to be.
Yeah.
And that's basically what's going to happen with Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley is a big dude, and he's not even, to me, he's not even a real, like, when you watch him punch, he loops punches. He's not very technical.
Yeah.
He's not very technical, and he's not efficient. So he's throwing punches. He's he's just very inefficient. He might be quick, relatively.
Yeah.
But he's not efficient. He's not very technical, and that's going to hurt him fighting against somebody like a Pacquiao. And Pacquiao can do that. He's going to inundate you with punches, and they're not even going to. Even him, he's not very efficient.
Yeah.
But he's
He
throwing
does that-
fast punches.
He does that thing that I utterly hate, where he'll throw a punch, and before he gets his other hand back, he'll throw the other one. So he'll do like this.
Right.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Like, why-
And Bradley is not good.
Like-
Bradley's not going to be good. I mean, we saw it in the first and second fight.
Yeah.
Bradley is not good about getting out of the way of that, keeping spacing, which Mayweather did really good with his jab. Kept that spacing to where Pacquiao just couldn't get in there and inundate him. He kept getting Bradley up against the ropes, and then you got problems against Pacquiao because he's gonna come at you from here, and then he's gonna be here, and then he's gonna be over here, and it's just like I don't even know where the punches are even coming from now,
That's the
and there's
thing
so
is-
many of them.
yeah. I said, like, I don't really like Pacquiao as a fighter,
Right.
but I do say that
Once he gets you in that situation.
elusive. He's fairly elusive, and when he gets you on the ropes, he can throw as many punches as he wants
Yeah.
because
You can't even open your hands up to see him because there's so many of them coming.
Because I will say that his cardio is immaculate.
Yes.
He can do what he does
For as
from
long-
round 1
Yeah.
to round 12,
Right.
and you won't even think that he's tired
Right.
because that's just what he does.
Right, and that's
he
how
can
he
throw.
can keep that same pace up all night.
Yeah, he
100
can
punches
throw
around.
120 punches around
Yeah.
for 12 rounds.
Right, and they might not be powerful punches, and they might not be very efficient punches, but it doesn't matter. That's just the way that he punches.
Yeah.
And if you're a Bradley going into this, that's going to cause you some real problems. So Bradley's going to come out. He's going to try and get him frustrated, which might not even be a good idea for Bradley.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Pacquiao has gotten really good. He's more of a balanced fighter now. So he used to be a brawler,
Yeah,
and he's not really a brawler anymore. Now he's trying to be a boxer brawler now, to where he's concentrating more on not getting hit, getting out of the way of punches. Whereas before he would just get in there and you just go toe to toe with him.
Yeah.
But if you catch him with some, if you piss a Pacquiao off,
All that,
I mean,
all that other goes out the window.
it goes out the window. And that's not a good thing because nobody wanted to fight Pacquiao when he was like that. I mean, you didn't want to fight a brawling Pacquiao because when you get him to where he's throwing that many punches and he's throwing them hard, yeah, those things add up. So, I mean, we saw what happened with De La Hoya. And
just accumulated damage.
Yeah, to where Mayweather was just Pacquiao.
De La Hoya.
De La Hoya was just like, I'm done. I'm not getting back up. I don't know, probably 7 rounds. I think he was just like, I'm cool.
Yeah, it's just like the thing is, it doesn't look like he's throwing much power in those punches when he's just doing like this. It doesn't look very damaging.
Right.
But imagine getting hit by those for 7 rounds, 8 rounds, 9 rounds. You get into that ninth round of getting hit. Let's say he throws 100 punches. Let's say he hits you with
half of
30, 40 of them.
Half of them.
Somebody hits me 30, 40 times, seemingly in the same area.
Right.
You know,
because they're all going to the same place pretty much.
You know, 30 or 40 times a round, and he's been doing that for 9 rounds. It doesn't matter if he's hitting me hard anymore.
It doesn't matter.
I'm getting hit in the same place.
Right.
You know, just poke yourself in the same place 50 times.
I think you're gonna.
And see if you want to keep poking yourself in the same place. It just accumulated damage.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel is going to happen with Bradley, because he's well, at least from the past fights that I've seen, he's not really elusive.
Right.
So he's just going to be eating those.
He does okay, but he's not elusive enough for Pacquiao.
Yeah.
He's not elusive enough for Pacquiao. All right, so cut to the chase. Pacquiao
Pacquiao's gonna mercilessly slay that ass. That's what I think.
That's what I think too. I think it's going to be extremely one-sided.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't respect his boxing skill whatsoever, but his cardio is immaculate, and he can do what he does round after round after round. So I think with the fact that he has been really practicing on getting in and out, and the fact that his cardio is at the level that it is, that Bradley's not going to be able to overcome that.
Right. So yeah, I agree with you. I think it's going to be Pacquiao. Like I said, so Freddie Roach wants for this to end pretty quickly because he wants he wants Pacquiao's talking about he's going to retire, but from what Freddie Roach is saying is he's trying to make it to where he can make the argument that he deserves, and when I say he, I mean Pacquiao deserves the opportunity to fight Canelo and fight Mayweather, which he's retired and he's not coming back for a Pacquiao. Why would he do that? So that's what's in the talks. But either way, we'll be there and see what's up. So anyway, this has been Big Hurt, TJ here at Boxing University. And hey, thank you guys for watching. If you guys got any other videos you want for us to make, you got any questions, any conversations you want to have, just go ahead and put them in the comments below. And give us a like, give us a subscribe. Keep them coming.
Keep hitting the sleep.
Peace.